Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. Atah Panchamodhyayaha, the fifth discourse. Karma Sanyasa Yogaha, the yoga of renunciation of action. The title of the discourse. Sanyasa means renunciation. In the beginning, renunciation of karma is not desirable. Action without desire and attachment should be practiced. And when the mind is thus purified, it becomes possible for man to remain fixed in the Atmic state when there is no taint of the external world. So, it is declared in this discourse that Karma Yoga is superior to Karma Sannyasa. When self realization takes place, all actions drop away of their own accord. Sannyasa may also be taken to mean Sankhya of Gnana. Both Karma Yoga and Gnana Yoga are discussed in this discourse. Hence, this discourse is entitled Karma Sannyasa Yoga. How this discourse is connected with the previous one. In the third and fourth discourses, both Nishkama Karma and Gnana are alternately emphasized, and it was stated that through Nishkama Karma, knowledge is obtained, and when knowledge is obtained, Nishkama Karma becomes possible. Arjuna feels confused and doubtful about the right course of conduct for him. So he asks the Lord to tell him decisively which is superior, Sankhya or Karma. The discourse begins with Arjuna's question. Arjuna Uvacha, first sloka. Sanyasam karmanam Krishna, punaryogam cha samshasi, yachreyatayorekam, tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Substance. O Krishna, you praise renunciation of actions and again the yoga of action. Of these two, which is better? That one tell me conclusively. Commentary. The Lord has taught two main doctrines, one of karma and other of gnana, through renunciation of actions. These two paths are equally emphasized. Arjuna listened attentively to the teaching on both sides and felt a natural doubt about the superiority of either of the two. The Lord clears the doubt. The Lord's reply. Second sloka. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sannyasah karma yogascha nishreyasakaraubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate. Substance. Renunciation and yoga of action both lead to the highest bliss. Both of these two, yoga of action, is superior to the renunciation of action. Commentary. Gnana resulting in the renunciation of all actions and karma yoga consisting in action without desire and attachment both lead to the highest good. Both yield the fruit of liberation. But in the process of development, the yoga of desireless action is superior to the renunciation of action. Karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa yoga. Arjuna has not yet attained the full state, self-state divide of the phenomenal universe. Millions of people live, move, and have their being in the objective world. It is not proper to teach them renunciation of action in the very beginning because they would not understand the true meaning of that doctrine. And if a man without ripeness of knowledge renounces action, he becomes a lost soul here and thereafter. The common man should act, work, carry out the injunctions of the Shastras and do everything demanded of him as a duty in the course of his daily life. Such selfless devotion to duty will gradually purify the mind of all its latent tendencies, and then man becomes fit to enter the self state where there is no actor, no action, and nothing to act. Question. Which is better, karma or karma sannyasa? Answer. Both lead to the highest good. Both, but of the two, action is better than renunciation of action. The karma yogi who is free from the pairs of opposites, raga and dvesha, is praised. Third sloka. Gneyaha nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Substance. O Arjuna, he who neither hates nor desires should be known as a man of eternal renunciation. He who is not subject to the pairs of opposites is easily set free from bondage. Commentary. The meaning of sannyasa is determined here. It signifies the abandoning of likes and dislikes and all the host of the pairs of opposites to which man is subject every moment of his life. Sanyasa does not mean the abandoning of action. Thus, he who has freed himself from raga and dvesha is to be known as Nitya Sannyasi, the sage of eternal renunciation. The renunciation of others is only of a temporary and accidental character. They may wear the ochre robes and appear outwardly to belong to the class of sannyasis. But so long as their hearts are tainted with the desire and aversion, they are not sannyasis in the real sense of the term. So, renunciation of the hindering influence of raga and dvesha is sannyasa. Abandoning the pairs of opposites is sannyasa. Elimination of the internal tendencies is sannyasa. He who has not these qualities, though he adopts the external form, is not really a sannyasi. He who has these qualities, though he is a householder, engaged in 100 tasks, is a real sannyasi. Easily set free from bondage means many people want to know if there is an easy path to salvation. Yes, there is. It is just giving up the selfishness which binds a man to the world by attachment and aversion. Such a man is nirdvandva. He cuts the knots of karma easily. Though he may be a householder performing all the duties of his station in life. Question. Who is Nitya Sannyasi? Answer. Who has given up attachment and aversion? Who has gone beyond the pairs of opposites is a Nitya Sannyasi. Question. What is the result of transcending the pairs of opposites? Answer. He is easily freed from the bondage of samsara. Question. What is the easy path to freedom? Answer. Giving up all the pairs of opposites is the easy path to freedom. The fruit of Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga is the same. Fourth shloka. Sankhya yogo prutak balaha pravadantina panditaha ekamapyasthitah samyaku bayor vindate phalam. Children, not the wise, say that Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga are distinct. He who is truly established in either of them obtains the fruit of both. Commentary. The Pandit mentioned here is the sage who knows the truth and lives in it, and not a man of mere theoretical knowledge of the Shastras and scriptures. Only the ignorant say that Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are distinct and separate. The Lord makes the categorical declaration that the fruit of both the yogas is the same, and the sadhaka who takes to one of them and is well established in it will attain the highest fruit of both. Direct perception of Atma is the aim of all yogas. Some highly evolved men follow Gnana Marga. They carry on the inquiry into the real nature of things, separate the drik, the seer, from the drishya, the phenomenal world, as the mythical swan is able to separate milk and water. Thus, they realize Atma through the Gnana Marga. Others, according to their natural tendencies, take to Karma Marga and through desireless action and surrender of the fruits to the Lord, reach the same goal of Atma Sakshatkara by their purified minds. The reward of freedom, liberation is the same for both, only the paths differ. So, in both, the seeker aims at the absorption of the ego into the self and thereby transcend the feeling of personal doership. When the jiva idea is given up, what remains is only Shivatmam and nothing else. So the Lord exhorts the aspirant to take up either of the two yogas and practice it well. Truly established in means the condition is that the practice of any yoga should be perfect and the sadhaka should be firmly established in it. He should become an expert in the technique of the yoga which he follows. Then alone the desired result follows. The history of the world provides many examples of great men who followed different paths and achieved the highest aim of life. The wisest of men in the Gnana Marga have done the greatest service to humanity by their work. The greatest Karma Yogis have always experienced Atma Gnana through a realization of the universality of the self in all their acts and achievements. Of course, it is quite clear that what man is aiming at is the destruction of his personal separateness from the universe, the merging of the self in the universal self, and the realization of the universe in his own self. No wise man has ever disputed the truth of the different religions and creeds of the world. They practice not only tolerance but universal acceptance of all doctrines as paths to one goal. The radio of a circle reach the center from different positions and paths. The rivers reach the ocean through different ways. So one should give up narrowness and do not crop and cavil at those who do not follow the same path as his. Let there be greater understand and larger outlook in these matters which concern the people most. This is the message of the Lord. Question: are Sankhya and Karma Yoga separate? Answer: no, they appear different but produce the same fruit. Question: what then should be the objective of the seeker? Answer: he should sincerely practice his chosen system and get firmly established in it. He will then attain the fruit of both the yogas.